guys, Stitching May here. Let me see if I can see the chat. Open. Okay, can somebody say hello to where I can see if y'all can see me or hear me? Make sure this is working. Okay, Stitch Witch Brit said hello, and Farms Boy Love says, hey, can y'all hear me okay? And is it better with or without the light? I think it's better without the light. Not so washing me out. Okay, sound is good. Okay, so I told you guys in my last video, I've got my dishwasher going, and I've got my door cracked just in case my son wakes up and can't find me. So I hope it's not too loud in the background. But I said in my last video that I was going to try to do a live video and show the big box of destashed haul that I got from my friend Red Cardinal's Crafts. Guys, this thing is like packed full. She told me it was a few patterns. I mean, yeah, it's more than a few patterns. So I thought that I would share it with you guys. Let's see if I can't get some of it out because it's going to be falling out anyway. Calico says hello. Hey, Crafty Kim. Oh, Crafty Kim watches Tanya. Yes, Grey Cardinal Craft. She also has a My Pink Little Cottage, I think. I'm just going to take these out because this will be easier than digging through the box, I think. She has a pet channel. She has a lot of channels. She's very interesting. Her first love is paper crafts and sketching, though. So she already stuff's falling off the table. So she didn't use all this. Somebody destashed this to her. Sorry, now I can focus. Somebody destashed this stuff to her and then told her if she didn't want the stuff that she was welcome to destash it to somebody else. And then she messaged me when she started her destash and asked if I wanted it, and I said sure. So she told me it was a few patterns. It was obviously a lot more than a few. So I'm just going to jump right in and get started. So the first thing that I got out of the box was this kit. It comes in this plastic thing. It is Christmas Tree Globe by Krennic. Never seen these kits. This is what the finished will look like. It comes with everything that you need. Krennic, silks, and even, excuse me, and even the gauze. So I've never stitched on gauze. This will be new for me. I'm really excited about that. And the thread is even separated. Gotta love that. She sent me 2 of those. This one is a classic B as well. Yeah, it's gonna be super tiny. I've never stitched on anything this tiny, so. Crafty Kim. I don't know if the chat is going to pop up yet. YouTube claims that the live chat should be popping up, but I don't know if it will or not. So just in case for this video, again, I'm going to kind of read the comments that I respond to. Okay, and then there was also this, I don't know why I'm so nervous. I feel rushed for some reason. This milk paint sampler. It's another one. This one is by Remember the Ladies, but it has Krennic Silk Mori Milk Paints inside of it, and it's a kit as well. So, and that's going to be interesting too, and it's on, oh, I think it just comes on fabric. I don't think it has the fabric. Nope, it's just only the silks. But there that is. Down here because those make a lot of noise. And then there is this I'm not gonna try to even say this. It's French. Amon Emi Pierre, I don't know. But it is a Quaker. And look, it's got a woman stitching. I love the tree. Absolutely love it. And then it has different ways that you can use the pattern as well. I'm trying to remember to look at the camera and not myself. I didn't use my tripod that I use for the Stitch With Me videos because I didn't want it bouncing everywhere. And this is with my needle, my treasure sewing case. It's got the DMC, some, looks like, I think that's Weeks Dye Works or sample General Arts threads. And then it's got the finishing fabric. You see? There we go. It holds needles, needle cases. I like the pattern itself. I may not make it into it says, "My treasures ever keep safely." I like that. I may not make this into I can't make this kind of stuff, so I don't know what to do with it. We'll see. But I like the pattern on it. It doesn't have the little, does it have a sheep charm? No, it does not have the little sheep charm here. Connie Carter says she has this kit. Have you stitched it yet, or you just have it in your stash, Connie? There's another Connie. Okay, and then there's this envelope full of little charts. This is Amy Brucken, Man a Month Club. The little snowman. He's wearing a tie and a vest. Then the trilogy. Happy Bunny Bouquet. If somebody wants to say anything again, just say go back. The trilogy Flower Bed. It's a whip. Is it hard to stitch? It looks like it was a little, I don't know. The making of it looks hard to me. And then, oh, anyway. JBW Designs, the Bunny Collection. This is from the Attic Needlework. So, technically I have stuff from the attic. Not that I've shocked McKenna's live sale or anything, you know. This is Christmas keepsakes too. I love these little ornaments. Sorry, my son had to read the instructions carefully. Okay, I'll try. My son had baseball practice tonight. And of course, it was the highest pollen for my area this week today. A Very Merry Winter. That snowman. Oh, okay. So he's almost translucent because he's not solid stitches. He's kind of a design. Did you say letters? I feel like that says letters. I can't tell by the pattern if that's letters or not. And my glasses aren't. No, I think he's just, I don't know. There are possibly letters in this snowman. I can't tell by the pattern and I can't tell by the picture, but it looks like there's possibly letters. At least it's got the kind of design, the tribal looking stuff that they're so famous for. This kind of stuff. The mitten by JBW Designs. Going too slow or too fast? Pumpkin. The lamb. The pig. I'm not gonna do the as McKenna would call this, a cock. It's from Attic as well. Stocking. Rabbit. Pear. A bunny. I love, absolutely positively love this snow globe. Lark, a snowman, and a skate. Feels like more than one. Oh, and it's got the snow hats too. A deer, a kitty cat, an angel. I have a lot of ornaments. Another pumpkin. Got plenty of ornaments to do now. Birds and berries, antique alphabet, heart and hand, hark. These teacups. This little snowman. Guys, I cannot believe she sent me all this stuff. Santa, a lazy Kate, ready or not, here I come. That's cute. That's really funny. And then Valentine's. And then this little prayer schooler angel. Hi, Abby. How are you feeling, Abby? So April 18th is my birthday. And that is the day that I'm guessing that your baby is going to be born. It's going to come out so we can be birthday friends. I didn't ask if you were still... I hated that question. Are you still pregnant? Are you still pregnant? So I did not ask if you were still pregnant. I just said, how are you instead? That way it's not about the pregnancy. It's about you. I have no clue what this is. It looks like it was like started, but not finished. She said she's doing good. Is a scissor ribbon fob. So it's got instructions on it. I have no clue. It looks like somebody's, but I'll see if I can figure out what to do with that. How to finish that off. There that all is. Okay, guys, that is more than a few charts. And that's just the first thing. I was so shocked. I am going to go through, and I may have some past the stash. My gosh, I cannot talk tonight. Past the stash. And some of my videos of stuff that I know that I'm not going to use. And then, let's see here. These are kept aside because a friend has already said she wants to stitch these. Borrow these. So there is a Watchful Eye by La-Di-Da Designs. These are more the samplers and not the quick ones. Because it's not a glare. This one is religious, but kind of creepy. That's what it looks like. And the verse is, there is an eye that never tires, a God who never sleeps. He knows the secret of each heart. A watch over us he keeps. And that's just, to me, I don't know. And then, let's put these together. It's got the carolers from Heart and Hand. And then Liberty from Trilogy. These are in no particular order. I do like these, and I've got to figure out where these were made or printed because I don't sign my work. I'm horrible, and I know we're supposed to. That way, when we're dead and gone, our family, who will keep all of our finishes, and will never, ever put them at the Goodwill or the thrift store, will know who these were stitched by. You know, that way some random stranger isn't coming up and getting my so hard worked on pieces. I kid. These you can put on your frame. And it says, this needlework wrought by, it's got the name and the year. These are just basic labels. They're printed on Avery cards. I guess I could design my own technically. Anybody good at that? And then print them off on sticker paper so that I can stick these on the back of some of my framed pieces. Whenever I frame them or have them framed, that way people will know who stitched it without having to. And there's different They're all the same. They're different ones. Oh, Adam and Eve, naked butt. So I gotta figure out where they got those, or either make myself some of these things. Because that's a really neat idea. And then there is Quaker Rose by Little. It's Little by Little, Quaker Rose. C. Bradford. Oh, that's who designed it. There that is. I really like that motif right there. And then it comes with the threads as well. And then I have Merry Christmas to Thee by, I just realized I'm like bending down. Milady's Needle by Gloria Moore. That's a cute little sampler. You see, there we go. Never heard of them before. And then Heart Strength Samplery, One Starry Night. It's got several different pieces. Mary Noel Homespun Elegance. Mary Noel Collection, Wondrous Joy. So just one of those. I'm realizing a lot of these came from the attic. I didn't realize that before. Some of these I've thumbed through. I got this when my dad was still in the hospital, so I kind of thumbed through these. So the Three Wise Men, and I love this ornament. It looks like another one that would be hard to do. It was designed by Marie Driscoll. I mean, it's to be just that tiny ornament. It's pages thick. Oh my gosh. And it's like full coverage. Which I guess you can tell by this that it would be full coverage. Look at the detail in the pine trees on that little bitty ornament. Look at all that detail. Oh, that's going to be fun. And it comes with a charm and some beads too. A little camel. You guys seen, probably not unless you have kids, Zootopia. Every time I say a camel, I think of that scene with the sloth in the DMV. The guy's talking very, very slow, telling that joke. And this is Exemplars from the Heart, Dear Daughter Sampler. I have a daughter, so this is probably one that will end up in a Pass the Stash video. It still has a glare because it's photo paper. There we go. I love this tree here. Look, she's a redhead. I may have to stitch it and just leave that part out. And there's this envelope, or this baggie, that has, again, several from Little House in the Works. This is the All Dolled Up series. Apparently it's all of them. Merry Christmas. This is called the Merry Skater. Pear Tree. Peppermint Twist. I don't have the charm. Winter Sheep. I'm reading off the camera, so I'm having to read backwards. Red House in Winter. I love that house. Look, and the white poinsettia is so pretty too. I didn't want to point with my middle finger. He's a Flake. Oh, because the snowman's a flake. Ha! That's cute. Fa la 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 la. Fa la la. I can't say it without doing the extra la la la's. Fa la 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 la. Hang on, let me get comfortable. I'm sorry. This pillow. I'm sitting on a pillow because I'm so short. There we go. More comfortable. Snowy Pines. It's actually kind of funny. Whenever I first met Garrett under the tree, coffee stitcher in Austin, the first thing he said was that I was shorter than he thought I would be. And I realize it's because all my videos I'm sitting on a few pillows to make me high enough for the camera. So I look taller than I really am because of my chair. And then back to the Mary Skater. So that was what, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of those. And I think Calico, you sent me one of the bare ones of this in this series too. So I have 11 of those. Hey Belinda, Aussie Stitcher said hello. And this one is called The Perfect Tree. And it is by Chessie and me. And I just realized it's the kit. It has the threads. Oh, was it started? Oh, it was started. Which does their X's the same way. I can't even tell. Nope, the opposite of me. So I'll just stitch opposite. Or either unpick this. I'll probably just try to stitch opposite of how I do. I don't want to unpick somebody else's work. And that's the older DMC. I say older, you know. Oh, that's Anchor. Ooh. Never stitched with Anchor. Anchor black in here. There is The Rain Fell. See, it's a good thing. This one was in McKenna's live sale, I think. Yes, it was. And I wanted this one, and I almost purchased it. But somebody snatched it up before I could, and it's a good thing because I didn't know it was in this box. It was in my box. Anybody else catch the 7 reference, what's in the box? But this says, the rain fell, the flowers grew, gray skies faded into blue. And it has the threads with it. I'm really excited. I may have to go into my soon to start because that's so pretty. I love that. Some of this is surprises to me too. Another Chessie and me. This one is called Pumpkin Hill. It's got a little kitty cat and a pumpkin. And it has the fabric with it, which is Absidarian blend from R&R Reproductions. Oh, it's so soft. 36 count Absidarian. Would they still make that? Which answers my next question. It's tiny. I've never stitched on 36 count. The smallest I've ever stitched on is 32 count. Time to up my game. Royal Paris Anchor. Cat's Line. It's a kit. It's a bookmark kit. It's plastic canvas. Okay, here we get into more of the samplers and stuff. Because I still have a stack. I hope I'm not boring you, just showing you random stash. Who am I kidding? Cross stitcher wanting to look at random stash. Question is, how many of you are going to be enabled by some of the stash? This is by With Humble Hearts. Do Unto Others. Just a sampler. Got 2 houses. I love this. So apparently Tanya is not, she does a lot of the Mill Hill kits and stuff. She must not be into samplers, because most of what she sent me were prim and samplers, which is what I'm on a huge kick with right now. So that worked out very well. And then with my needle, Busy Bee sewing case. It's another sewing case. And it's got beads, a very, very thick instruction book, and then a piece of fabric, excuse me, in stitches from Phoenix. Amsterdam 32 count blue, 12 by 17. So there's the Amsterdam blue, which I love this. Even if I don't stitch the pattern, I absolutely love this fabric. Belinda said, "Hell no, show away." And then it's got the finishing fabric, which are bees. Guys, that can't be just... Okay, it's just thick paper. Okay, and it shows how to... There's the pattern. It says, "Live the busy bee, like the busy bee, may I..." What? Apparently I can't read tonight. I can't talk and I can't read. That makes no sense. See if I can read the... Have y'all ever realized that sometimes it's easier to read the chart than it is to read the model? And it's just letters. There's the quote. Oh, like the busy bee, may I with industry ever be. I could read it, I just wasn't reading it correctly and putting the emphasis in the right spot. And then more Lizzie Kate's Gift of Love and Bless You, Gift of Love. Got a manger scene, be Jesus, and then a sheep. And I'm really excited about this one. This is Midnight Stitching, Quaker Christmas. More Quakers. Look, I love the different motifs in Quakers. I love the bird, and the little fruit dish, fruit basket, and that little... I love everything about this one. And it uses simpler threads or DMC. With Humble Heart. Apparently this came like this originally. Aha! Which is why the title is not on. That's why the title's not on there. Because... That's the same one that did the other one, the other sampler earlier. This one is called... Designed with Humble Heart by the embroideress Jan Stephen Rogers in the manner of the fine 18th and 19th century needle art. That's interesting. I'm trying to get it out. Because it comes with all of the threads. Look at those yummy colors. This one is called We gathered together. We gathered together to ask the Lord's blessing. The labor of my hands. Wait. We gathered together to ask the Lord's blessings. Be thankful. And it will look like that when it's finished. Again, I absolutely love these samplers. I was really lucky and got some really good samplers. To add to my stash. And of course, even after this, I already have haul for this month, guys. I'm not doing well. I'm blaming it on stress, therapy, retail therapy. You know how that goes. I'm probably not after today within my budget. Maybe I'll get some birthday money to make up for it. This is another Milady's needle. I've never stitched any. I've never even heard of Milady's needle. Ooh, I like these. These are these little small ornaments. Little Quaker ornaments. Milady's Quaker pendants too. So it comes with a chart, a piece of fabric, the floss, and then a little bitty frame. Oh no. Diana, it's because it says, hey, I'm watching you on the big screen. I sent you a picture of you from the big screen the other day, so it works out. My nose is probably like this huge, you know. But, and then Adibella Stitch says, Milady's needle has some really cool stuff. I really love these Quakers. And says, Stitcher says, hello, hi. I think some of you guys are coming in late. If you guys want to see any of the other stuff, just let me know. I think I may already have this magazine. This is Cross Stitch Christmas from Better Homes and Garden. Display until January 1995. Thank you, Diana. So it's just got a bunch of the different... Ooh, it's got stand-up Nativity Scene. I've always called this a manger scene. I don't know if that's a southern thing or if that's... It's a nativity. It's the manger scene. And my mom had one of the... Oh gosh, it was like handmade with moss. It folded up in itself. It's a brand name. They still make them. They're expensive even now, but this is one of the vintage ones that I've since seen on eBay for a ridiculous amount of money. And when my dad and his wife were moving my dad's stuff out of my dad and my mom's house, it got, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that kind of just got misplaced. And that was one of the things. That had been his, I think it had been his grandmother's. So it had been my great-grandmother's. Of course, it's got the angel that's on the front. You don't have to flip through it all. Look through anything in this. I had some Santas earlier. Oh, there's some Santas, Diana. He looks kind of squinty-eyed, though. He's been up too many Christmases. Too much nog on Christmas. Okay. And then sampler and antique needlework. This one is from summer of 2003. You know, I have to think about it. That's why I said that. That's why I pointed out the face. I was worried about the face being a little too squinty for you. Ooh. Oh, wow. Dutch meerkat. Merklap. Oh, me. Oh, this is really cool. This magazine's got a lot more article to it than it does pattern. And it talks about the different different samplers. But that is really pretty. Diana, this is the Summer 2003 Sampler in Antique Needleworks magazine. Do y'all wish we still dressed like that? I cannot imagine that dress. I guess that wouldn't be a summer dress though, would it? Just I think of all those layers that the Southern women had to wear. I would have melted. I'd have been scandalous. Because I'd have melted. Ooh, is this in here? Oh my gosh. Sorry. The Elizabeth Girling 1813 sampler. Look at that. Look at those colors. Love the Lord, and he will be a tender father unto thee. June the 4th, 1813, and the J is backwards. Oops. Trying to look at the comments. It says Citra says that she loves this one. Abibella Stitch says, ooh, that Dutch one. Okay. I like several of these, so just in case you want to look on eBay. I'm going to stitch some of these, I think. Otherwise, I would say, here, you can have it. But it's the Summer of 2003. Of course, a Just Cross Stitch Ornaments of 2009. Several ornaments in there. Oh, another redhead. I gave the redhead the name Hope. We have no soul. We have no hope. Just flipping through. I thought that I saw a primitive needle in here the other day. I think, isn't this the one that you did? You did a primitive needle out of a Diana? I think it is the Penny Angel. Sorry, flipping through. Hope I'm not boring you. And I fell in love with the Penny Angel when you had it. And then you said it was a friend's and that you were having to gift it back. And I was like, yep, there it is. The Penny Angel. And I was like, no, I wanted to do that one. There it is. I may change the colors up a little bit. Just to make it a little more Christmas. Who knows? I may leave it the same. I'm starting to reach the bottom. I've never seen these. Someone was selling the chart from the magazine for $30 on eBay. Ripped from the magazine. Oh my, just the chart ripped out of the magazine for $30. Don't tell my husband that. I won't be able to stitch it. So I've never seen these before. It's called Fine Lines. This one's volume 2, number 3, winter of 1998. It was $6. So, I think I can show you without... It's mainly articles. Like how to do different... It looks like a guild magazine. It's what it looks like. It does have some patterns in it. But it's... Okay. Gift certificate for a membership to the Historic Needlework Guild. So apparently this was a guild magazine or a guild newsletter. Because it's mainly like articles about different samplers and stuff like that. There's not a lot of patterns in it. It's mostly like like an informative teaching textbook or something. And there's this one. I think that pattern is... Ooh. That pattern's not in here of this one, but look at that beautiful sampler. That really pretty Quaker. It says this was... Ooh. He giveth... Okay, this says A. Davies. I'm trying to see Huh. It actually talks about it being a 5-year-old that stitched it. Surely a 5-year-old didn't stitch that. If a 5-year-old stitched that, I'm in trouble. I just need to put it all away now. I'm trying to see if this even has a pattern in it. It's got a tiny border pattern. Like, it's mainly about a textbook about the art of samplers. So I got several of those. Ooh, look at that one. I wonder if the pattern's in there. Probably not, because I didn't see any patterns. Didn't see a lot of patterns in these. Anybody ever seen these fine lines? And then a Needlepoint Kit, cat and mouse game. Not a kit, a design. Needlepoint design. May your Christmas be merry and lack nothing. A best Christmas blessing. Here we are. Ooh. Haven't seen this one. Barbara and her designs. This has never been opened. Published by Creative Pop. Never been opened. Brand new. Remember me. When this you see, remember me. Oh, and I love it. Is that a... No. I thought that was a dragonfly, but it's a butterfly. See if I can get it without a glare. There we go. Gosh. Tanya, on the off chance you watch this, thank you so much. I am so spoiled. Still going, guys. It's ridiculous. She told me a few charts. Prairie Schooler Design. Prairie Stars. Ornaments. That deer's neck looks a little off. It looks like he's been through it. Our birds didn't make it. I don't know. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, my husband decided that we were going to grill out. And he opened up our grill. And he saw a nest. He thought it was either a rat's nest. We don't have rats outside. I mean, I'm sure we have them outside, but none that I've seen. Or a squirrel nest. He looked in it, didn't see anything, and tossed it off the grill. Later on, he comes running in the house, saying, we have a dilemma, telling Connor to stay inside. And there were these 4 birds, about this big, guys. They had no feathers. They were so young, they didn't even have feathers. They were just fuzzy. We put them back, put the nest back, and the mom never came back. We tried to feed them. They ate some. They didn't even make it 24 hours. Connor was upset, so we had to bury them. I think my husband was more upset. He kept asking me if he had killed the birds. I'm like, no, it's just one of those things. Next time look. And I was like, and by the way, if you thought there was a rat's nest on our grill, you don't clean that off. We throw away the grill and get a new one. I'm not going to eat something anyway. For future reference, if you think there is a rat's nest on our grill, don't leave it. Or no, don't clean it. Just throw it away. I'll go buy a $20 charcoal grill. Yes, no rat juice on my steak. Exactly. We did, when we first got married, we had a charcoal grill. And we got the cheap charcoal because we were first married, not the pre-lit stuff. And we used the lighter fluid. Apparently, we didn't let it evaporate long enough before we cooked. They were like, our hot dogs tasted like lighter fluid. I swear I was having hallucinations that night. I love this poinsettia window. I'm going to have room to put these. This is another sampler. Louisa's Silk Sampler, designed by Tanya Marie Anderson. I think she's the one that was in those journals that I had, who's now the sampler girl. Yep, she's a sampler girl. This one's really light. It's got the alphabet, and then with the L, it's got Louisa. A little blonde girl with a flag. It looks like a British flag. It's got blue stripes. So I don't know. It's not an American flag because it's got blue stripes. I'm sure there's a lot of information because she's another one that loves to give, yep, an entire page about it. Okay. Recent years I began reading biographies on presidential wives. Each first lady is most unique, some more demonstrative than others, some are more endearing than others, and some more involved with their predecessors. However, each brings her own grace and went to the house of the president. Whether she gives or decides against interfering with her husband's presidential business, the first lady of any era is the same seat. Her husband is the ruler of the land, and she by marriage is his companion for the terms. Louisa Adams was the first lady born outside of the United States. She was born February the 12th, 1775 in London to an English mother, Catherine Johnson, to an American, Joshua Johnson. Joshua had settled in England and a commercial agent for American colonists. So this is about Louisa Adams. She met John Quincy Adams when she was 19 and he was 27. They married in 1797 and moved to Berlin due to Adams' diplomatic duty. She accompanied her husband. They shared many things in common. Their personalities differed. Louisa was a quiet person. John had a quick temper. Little time for small talk. When he became president in 1825, her health was not very good, but she maintained appearance at every public reception. One of her hobbies was raising silkworms and then winding the silk from cocoons. For this, silks are incorporated in Louisa's sampler. So, for the sampler girl, when she does her recreation, she writes an entire information about the sampler. Which then makes me want to stitch it more because I know the history of it. It makes it more sentimental. The drawn thread, Hannah's little spot. I should have enough haul to do me. I shouldn't be buying anything else. The drawn thread, the good neighbor. Nor knowest thou what argument thy life to thy neighbor creed has lent all are needed by each one. Nothing is fair or good alone. I love these prim colors. The Sampler Company, designs by Brenda Keyes. Ooh. The bird, calico, it's about birds. The bird which soars on highest wing builds on ground the loudy nest. And she, what doth most sweetly sing, sings in the shade when all things rest. Can you see it? Well, it's not like detailed birds, but it's still just a bunch of birds. Let me just take it out. To prevent wear and tear of the chart, please store it in this bag when you work it. It's got a little bag for your chart. Yeah, it is pretty. Crafty Kim says very pretty. Oh, and it's got the sticker thing too. I need to scan this in. Ooh, is that copyright infringement if I scan that in and put it on more stickers? There we go. I like that one a lot. Our bedroom is done in birds, so that's very... How to ensure a confident start and a perfect finish. This one came from Attic Needlework. Apparently, by proxy, I at some point, apparently whoever had this stuff sent this to, or lived in Arizona originally. The funny thing is I think this was sent to her when she lived in Bermuda. So it went from wherever in the States to Bermuda to to Seattle-ish, Washington, to Georgia. So all these have traveled very far. Hand blessings, little girl with teddy bear under tree. I love that title. European cross stitch collection. For some reason, this one makes me think of McKenna. I don't know why. Abundance. That looks like one of the samplers she would like. Hand blessings. Bunny. Spring silhouette. Bunny meets a kitty. Saving that one for last. So then there was this one. This is Scripture Samplers, which oddly enough, I recently purchased the companion to this one at a local thrift store. And these are made, they're through Leisure Arts, but the actual chart designer, let me make sure I'm correct, is Diane Williams, who became Little House Needleworks, from what I've been told. But yeah, it's very crazy that I purchased this one at a thrift store and then got this one in the mail as a companion. The one I got at the thrift store has this really pretty Adam and Eve sampler. I'll probably do it without the letters. But I really like that one. And then Connie G borrowed this from me. And she recently finished... Which one is it? They do have a LHN look to them. There is that one. Why is it not? She finished this one just recently, and she posted it. Connie G. She borrowed that from me for a while. They have different ones. Some of them have stories. These seem to have scriptures, and these are beloved Bible stories, but they both have scriptures on them. But I'm trying to see if it says that it was charted by Diane Williams. Anyway, yep. Designed by Diane Williams. So these are all Little House Needleworks before they were Little House Needleworks. Another sampler in Antique Needleworks. Do you want me to go through this spring 2005 one? In case since y'all like y'all liked a lot of the samplers from that one. Let me know if you want to flip through some of them, and I'll be glad to. Yes, Abby Bella Stitch says yes. Love the color. So that's the first one. It looks like a bell pull cover. I love the little weeping willows. Let's see what we have in this one. For your bookshelf, it recommends Threading Time, which is a cultural history of thread work. It's Kismet Stitcher says, yes, the willows. There's something about a stitched weeping willow that's beautiful. And also suggests this Ottoman embroidery book. I don't think either one of those actually have patterns. I think they're both teaching. Okay, this one does have the pattern for this. It's the Joan Walwyn sampler. And it does have the pattern for these. There's part of it stitched. It looks like black work. It is black work. I'm going to show it to you this way to where you won't see the pattern of that one. It's upside down because there's the pattern. Let's do this the common sense way instead of the hard way. The Craft of Lucet, Chain Lace, Watch Guards, and Sailor's Sentence. It's teaching how to do this cording. Yeah, it does look like a lot of work. Obsessed Stitcher says it looks like a lot of work. So you have to have apparently one of these tools. And then you use that tool to make these braids. And like everything us crafters do, there's several versions of the tool. Because one version is not enough. You have to have several of the same thing. The lady's dogwood. Oh, wow. It says, in the second half of the 17th century, young girls often marked the accumulation of their needlework training by stitching a pictorial design in raised embroidery, and a technique known more commonly as stump work, using materials that range from metal threads and real hair to pearls of wire, silver, or gold. Stitchers created works of art with incredible detail. Careful shading and blending of colors to lend a realistic look to the dogwood blossom and buds, spring flowers enhanced by the larger-than-life ladybug and a diminutive spider. The use of wire padding allows the raised elements, such as the blossom petals, to retain a dimensional shape. Never will I be able to do that. But I love that the nice ladybug is this big. And a little bitty spider. That would still freak me out, though. Any spiders freak me out. And it teaches you how to do that. And then another black work bookmark. Ooh, this one's neat. There's a rare filigree thimble. Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking about. This is, oh, let my name engraven stand. I love those flowers. And there's something about that I like about the flowers in the curves. Like on all the little sampler borders. I've always liked that. And the charts are huge. This is called A Lady's Sewing Roll. That's the cover. And it says, Mary Riser Cox is my name, wrought in the year 2002. I was going to say something else. It's 2002. Oh, and it is. It's a little needle roll. And there I thought it was a bell pull. I need to read more of these sampler books. Shows you how to make that. Ooh. I know for sure Olivia B would like this one. It is Here Followeth Sunday, Sorts of Spots. Spot sampler, English at 1630. Plain weave linen, silk thread, metal thread, selvages at top and bottom. Earliest dated English spot sampler. It's got a pattern in it. It does not have the pattern. This is just information about the spot sampler. Is that? Oh, wow. This is The Sacrifice of Isaac, worked by Elizabeth Moorcock, 1679. The daughter of a Baptist minister in Chatham. Guys, they did some amazing work back then. And without patterns, too. When that was just out of their head. I can barely even change colors, much less do all of this just out of my head. It's amazing. Makes me really want to start doing research in some of the samplers. And then a pamphlet, even more holidays. More holidays and even more holidays. And these are by Sandra Casalino. So we got different. Got Uncle Sam. Groundhog Day. St. Patrick's Day. Mother's Day. Okay, look. There's 2 Father's Days. And only 1 Mother's Day. And then more Memorial Day, Columbus Day, Veterans Day, Hanukkah, President's Day, Labor Day, and 2 Christmas ones, and then Kwanzaa. And the Prairie Schooler mittens. They are kind of cool. They're cute though. I don't know that I would stitch all that for Groundhog Day though. That's a whole lot. And you do it on like the Huck towels. And then the Prairie Schooler mittens. I wouldn't do all that for the Groundhog Day because he's never right. He needs to learn that groundhog needs to learn to be a better weatherman. Those are really cute. I like just the bands, even if I didn't make the mittens. I like just the little bands. And then last, but definitely not least, the one I'm the most excited about, that I sucked all the air in the room. And then I messaged her and said, "Are you sure that you want to give me this? Because this is, you can sell this." And she said, no, I'm sure I want to give you this. And then my husband and I had a debate on if and when I stitch this, where in the world would we put it? Because it's huge. And they said, it is the chart for And They Send by Exemplars from the Heart. Trisha at 3 Owl Threads is stitching this. I think Cozy Egg has stitched this. And then just recently I saw somebody else on Instagram stitching this. My issue is on 35 counts over 2. It is 55 inches high. That's taller than me. Right? No. Yes. No. I can't do math. Almost as tall as me. So, I was thinking of like 32 count over 1, maybe. Like do it on an even weave instead of a linen, and then do it over 1. Apparently it was stitched because it's got marks on the flosses. I'm so excited about this one, guys. I want to stitch this. I don't know when I'll start it, but this is definitely going to be in my to-do pile. It's got so much detail. And then here is a picture that comes with the... Look how tall that is. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's as tall as a person. I mean, I know you all have seen Cozy Eggs where it goes from like the top of her door down to like almost the bottom hinge. If I do it on 28 count, it's 12.5 wide by 58 inches tall. Still not taller than me, but it's up there. The chart, I'm going to show you an edge, is very easy to read. That way you can see that it's not like one of the hand, but it's like, let's see. It is 4 pages, but they are the big pages. And it's complete, like complete chart, top to bottom. So, eventually this will be stitched. We have kind of decided where it will go. And I'm trying to think, is this, I assume this is the designer. I don't know if this comes with everybody's. I mean, it's a real photo. I don't know if this is the person that passed this to Tanya, or if this is the designer. Anybody that has this chart know if this came with everybody's chart? Or do I need to try to track this person down and see if they want their photo back? So that's everything. I was very, very shocked. And like I said, once I go through some more of this and ask some of my Georgia stitchers what they want and stuff, I will probably do some pass the stash, because obviously I'm not going to keep all of this. I won't be able to keep all of this. And I was told by Tanya to feel free to pass it along as well. So there'll probably be, it's been a while since I've done a giveaway, so I definitely need to do, I want to eventually do a pass the stash of the Stony Creek Towels pamphlet that I did. I got some stuff that I need to pass along. I just need to get to do it. Part of my thing is that things are so crazy and busy right now that it's hard for me to tell when I'll be able to do it and when I'll be able to get it in the mail. That's the hard part. I got a lot of stuff that needs to go in the mail. But anyway, I digress. That's everything for now. I just wanted to show you guys the craziness of that. I wanted to, of course, like always, we share a haul, but I didn't want to put this into my last update video, because then I too would be a movie maker like the wonderful Jess Marie, and I just didn't have time to do a movie that night. So I decided to do it separate. That way I could show you guys, and I like the live format. So Obsessed Stitcher said that was fun. Sorry that she missed a lot of it, and great to spend time with you. And then Farms Boy Love says thanks for sharing. If I knew where you came in, I could show some more of the other stuff, but you can always watch the replay. It'll be there. I don't know if the chat will show up on the because I will publish this or whatever, but I don't know if, supposedly this chat is supposed to start showing up on the replays. We'll see how that goes. I'm not holding my breath. It's YouTube, so it may take a little longer than they expect it to do. But thank you guys for watching. I enjoyed sharing with you. I always enjoyed going. I like watching other people go through their stash. And I even like watching like the live sales, even though I know stuff's not necessarily McKenna's been doing those live sales, and most of the stuff at the time that I watched it was gone, but I still enjoyed just looking because it enabled me. And oddly enough, it caused me to there was a designer, Needle Mania, that she had a piece in there by them, and it had sold. So I was looking to see if I could see it online, and it made me come across another one by them that I couldn't find that was out of print. And then that morning, just before I logged off and went to bed, I clicked on Stash and Load, and that one was available in Stash and Load. So I had to get it then. I was like, okay, that's out of print. I couldn't find it. It's a sign. So the stash videos help enable me to spend more of my stash budget money that I need to not be spending, I need to be stitching. But I did have a new start since my last upload, and I'll have another one probably. I'm going to try to get another Stitch With Me live video in the next week. And then I'm going to try to get of course, an update video by the end of this month. So hopefully I'll be coming back to you guys more regularly. Hopefully life will not explode anymore. Oh, my dad's doing better. He had come home on home oxygen, but they found out that he had pneumonia in the hospital. He still has pneumonia, but it's clearing up, and they're going to do a sleep study on him before they tried to permanently fix the AFib, because AFib or sleep apnea can put you into AFib. So he's got some other things going, but he was actually able to get out and move around in the yard some the other day and do some of his normal stuff. He was like, yeah, I get on the lawnmower. I'm like, please tell me you weren't cutting grass in this pollen 2 weeks after a heart attack. He's like, no. I was just driving around the yard. I wanted to get outside, and my stepmom wouldn't let him walk around. She made him ride the lawnmower around the yard instead of walking around the yard. I was like, okay, that's okay. But, so he's doing much better. He sounds more like himself, and that makes me, because my dad's really good at, it's weird. He can, when you're there with him, he can pull up his bootstraps and seem okay when you're with him, but on the phone, you can always tell by the sound of his voice, and he sounds more like himself. So he's doing much better. Thank you guys for the well wishes and all the checks on him. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to sign off here, upload this, and either stitch or work on my captions for my last update video. Y'all take care and happy stitching. How do I end this thing? It's the hardest part of these videos is to end it. Night. Do I just hit the X? Let's see. Yes, that is the X. Y'all take care. Night night.